All right, now, what's up, world? This the title of this, you know what I'm saying? Denzel hates being famous. You know, I would tell you a lot of things about Denzel, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I would say a whole bunch of things about Denzel, but you wouldn't understand, you know what I'm saying? Because Denzel Dean Dean, you know what I'm saying? And Dean Dean, you know what I'm saying? Dewey and Abraham Young, you know what I'm saying, and Alfred Young, you know, my brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, and Jerome Griffin, my cousin, you know what I'm saying, and that's Denzel Washington's son. Gotta be Denzel Washington's son, because we come from Buffalo, New York. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We was the first ones with antifreeze football helmets, water cooled football helmets, antifreeze football helmets. We was the first ones with it. You know what I'm saying? Then we started the NFL, Pee Wee, Pop Warner, football, baseball, and track and field, and basketball, upward basketball. You know what I'm saying? But Denzel hates being famous. You know, all my friends like Jerome and Archie, Ricky Parker, you know what I'm saying? And you would know them if I told you their acting names, but I can't do that. All of them, you know Cosby, you know Cosby, you know what I'm saying? You know Roosevelt Cosby had to be Roosevelt Edison before he was Roosevelt Cosby, because Roosevelt Cosby is Roosevelt Cosby, because Adam made Stanley Price, you know what I'm saying, Uncle Leroy, you know what I'm saying, and Stanley Price is also Merrill Holmes, and Merrill Holmes is also Ralph Robinson. Ralph Robinson also Tough Nut, Edwin, all the way up to Gartika. The reason it's Edwin Gartika because it was Edwin Robinson, Ralph Robinson, and Tough Nut, and I had to add Garcia because Gartika, Garcia, Gilbert Garza, Bobby Garza, and Robbie Garza are my brothers and sisters too. And Garcia, Roland Garcia, Freddie Garcia, Aaron Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Happy Feet, all them my nephews, you know what I'm saying? All them Garcias, my nephews. Mario Ortiz and Mario Pena, father and son, you know what I'm saying? That was my grandfather, Marty, you know what I'm saying? Mario Pena, you know what I'm saying? That was my grandfather. And Marty Marr was Herman Monster, you know what I'm saying? And when I played in Forrest Gump, you know what I'm saying? Marty was my buddy, the one didn't have no legs, you know what I'm saying? But this Jerome Griffin right here, Jackie Bolden and Tex Bolden son.
What does fame feel like?
Well, I never wanted to be famous. I wanted to be good at what I
Look,
do.
it's just like Darian Banks.
I want to be good at what I do.
One of the biggest movie stars in the world, Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. Uncle Leroy, you know what I'm saying?
My name's
What was
actually
his name? Philip Banks. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Philip Banks. It wasn't Uncle Philip Drummond. It was Uncle Philip Banks. Philip Drummond was my
money earning Mount Vernon.
when I was Todd Bridges with Facts of Life.
Mount Vernon, what's up out there, America?
No, when you were growing up, your mother owned a hair salon?
Yeah, my father was a minister. So my mother started calling me Denzel. Just so, you know, she'd say Denzel, we both would show up.
As a kid, from my understanding, you used to love Western.
Charlie Powell's got horse cartwright corners in the street. He's trying to push a fight.
When I was a kid, Bonanza was huge. That
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah,
That's what you
I
got
was
to watch
Adam
Sunday night.
Cartwright. You know what I'm
Ed
saying?
Sullivan Show, then
Shit,
Bonanza.
Jerome was probably Lil
I had
Joe.
to go to
Shit,
church. I hated it.
Uncle
You
Pete
had to go in the
watching
morning, you had
us
to go at night, you had to go
like
at night. You know, it was like
you know what I'm saying,
God.
from Texas
Denzel went to
to
church every
Wilton
Sunday, but
to
dreamed of becoming a
goddamn
professional
Adam to
athlete.
I grew up in
Jerome
a
to
boys' club.
Archie
Now it's called
to
Boys and Girls
Ricky.
Club.
Yeah,
Played a
Ricky
little
grandfather
basketball.
whooped my ass too
The first
many
time I
times
saw
for me
Denzel
to count.
Washington, I thought it was a
You know
second
what I'm
coming
saying?
of
You
Jackie
wouldn't know
Robinson.
Ricky
I
if
played a
I
little
told you
football, but
he
I didn't
was
make the NFL.
Eddie Murphy.
Were you a bad kid?
Eddie Murphy was
Angry
Jamie
as
Foxx.
time went along.
You know,
When he was
you
14,
wouldn't believe
his
that.
parents divorced.
I think I
And
started getting in a little trouble
windmills
after that.
for
Started getting in fights.
electricity.
I was out in
You know what I'm
Michigan.
saying?
That's an interesting way to
Adam
put
made
it.
electricity
I grew up
from
there
metal.
in a time in New York where heroin was big.
It's easy to save on car insurance with Insurify.
Man,
It's
shut the
best
fuck
price
up
ever.
about this car insurance, man. Please, shut the fuck up about money and car insurance and shit. Man, if you give a motherfucker a free car, don't it come with free insurance, free title, free registration? Why the fuck do you have to put money in it and give it to the devil all the fucking time? Why these commercials say best price hands down and no fucking name? Compare prices, compare rates, save big. We don't want to hear that shit, devil, Satan. We don't want to hear that shit from you. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Jay, man. Let's talk to me, man.
I had one foot in the street. I shot dope when I was 13 years old. I sold dope.
My three closest friends did quite a bit of time. And they did, 15 to 25. One did 28, this and that.
I did 28.
I was the only one of the three that had a father in my life.
One did
And they
25,
didn't.
one did
My mother
28.
had enough sense to get me out of that situation before
They
it was
did
going to be my
25,
turn.
I did
His mother
28.
sent him to the Oakland
And I
Military
was
Academy out of concern for the direction
Did
he was
25 the
headed.
first
My
time,
parents
28
sent me
second
another
time.
direction.
And he knew something big was going to happen eventually.
I was 17 when I started college. You don't have to know at 17 what you're going to do the rest of your
Jerome,
life.
just like
I began at
Dewey
Fordham University as a pre-med
and
student.
goddamn,
I took a course called cardiac
every one of me
morphogenesis.
and
I couldn't
Adrian
read it, I
Keys.
couldn't say it, I
You
sure
was
couldn't
boy,
pass
Jay,
it. So then I decided
you
to go
was
into
family,
pre-law,
man.
then journalism.
You,
I was a
Tex,
1.8
and Jackie
GPA
was
in one
family.
semester, and the university
Denzel
very
Washington,
politely
damn
suggested
show
that it
from
might be
Bay
better
City.
to take some time off.
Jerome
I
Griffin.
was 20 years
That's
old.
my brother.
I was at my lowest point.
That's Darian
And
Bay,
then one day,
my
and I remember the
goddamn
exact
brother.
day, March
Shit.
27th,
That's why
1975.
Darian couldn't
I was
do
helping my
nothing but
mother
cry.
in her beauty shop, and
When me
there was this
him
older
talked
woman.
that
I was looking in the
last few
mirror, and
days
every time I looked
was
through the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She said, "Somebody give me a piece of paper. Give me a piece of paper."
Darian don't
See, that's
like the word
prophecy.
because I told
And she
him
wrote down. She said, "This boy
money
is going to
is the
speak
mark of the
to
beast.
millions of
And
people."
Darian know
He kept
that.
the note and
That's
got a
why
summer
he'd
job.
rather go to
Later
the
that
hospital and
summer,
get a
while
check
working
from
as a counselor at the
y'all,
YMCA camp in
then
Connecticut, we
goddamn
put on a talent show
get a
for the
check from a
campus.
job.
And after the show, another
And
counselor came
work
up
for
to
the
me and
devil
asked,
and be a
"Have you ever
slave
thought
for the
about
devil,
acting? You're good at that."
the slave
And I started
master.
acting that fall. So when I got back to Fordham that fall, I got in, I changed my major once again for the last
Ford
time.
Motors,
He enrolled
my
at Fordham's
shit.
Lincoln Center campus to study acting.
Lincoln,
I had come
my
into
shit.
it really with no background or history in my family or whatever.
And he dove in head first.
I did a musical, found out I couldn't sing. The head of the theater department always
So,
wanted to do
buy
Bianca
our
Jones,
shit is buy
and he wanted to do
American
Othello.
made shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Othello,
free.
but he didn't have the
Get
actor. I
imported,
started with Eugene
they
O'Neill's Bianca
might be
Jones.
the devil
First
at
role, second role was
charge.
Othello.
And he
You
was
know what
good.
I'm saying?
Really
Who
good.
want
So my
Adam
English teacher, Bob
Ferrari?
Stone,
What
he
the
wrote a
fuck is an
recommendation
Adam
for me for the
Ferrari?
Americans
Who
considered
last
for the
name,
theater,
they
which I
last
still
name,
have.
a
He
car.
basically said
Nobody
to them,
but somebody
"If you don't
who
have
got the
the ability
fucking
to
devil
give this young
and the
talent what he
money
needs,
to
then
do
don't
it."
accept him."
He
You know
went to
what I'm
San
saying?
Francisco to
Just
study at the American
change your
Conservatory
Social
Theater,
Security
but returned
to
to New York after a
name
year.
I was
Adam
a snob before I
Ferrari.
knew it. I thought one day
Or
I'd
curse
work on
God
Broadway
by
and make $600
making
a week.
Adam
That would be fine.
Jackson,
It wasn't like
Adam
the goal was
Ferrari,
to
and
get
seeing
to
Adam
Hollywood.
lied
That
and
wasn't the goal.
did
But I was
it.
introduced
You know
to
what I'm
acting
saying?
through theater.
Stop
So
making
I
them
never
stupid ass
thought
commercials.
about movies, but I liked those New York
Like the
movies.
Wiz,
Taxi Driver,
being Michael Jackson and Diana Ross.
Marathon Man.
That was
I really
kinda
didn't see anybody who
messed
looked like
up,
me,
you know what I'm
so
saying?
I didn't aspire to act in movies.
But Hollywood came calling anyway.
I had already signed with William Morris. I had already done a good
Already signed with William Morris.
where I met my
You
wife.
know what I'm
But
saying?
Stripper said, I gotta watch out for you.
The first television film I did right out of college was a film about Wilma Rudolph called Wilma, and
That's
she was
my
in it.
shit,
But we
Wilma
actually
Rudolph.
met
And
about
we
a year
went through a
later
lot
at a
of
party.
shit too,
and,
Daddy. This
or
is
at a,
Wilma
yeah, at a
Rudolph.
party. I was taking her out, but I didn't have enough money to pay for the
In
cab.
Clarksville, Tennessee, Jay. You know what I'm saying?
With a new career, a new girlfriend, it seemed like his luck just couldn't run out.
1981. You know.
Hi, Daddy.
Crazy. David, goddamn, man, I'm through with this shit, Daddy. I'm through with this shit. I'm laughing, but I ain't
Carbon
playing.
copy.
You know we don't buy and sell.
Carbon copy. You were number one on the call sheet.
I wasn't number one on the payroll.
Thrust into this leading part.
Roger.
Really didn't know much about film acting.
But the studio had noticed the prominent gap in his
you know
front
what I'm
teeth
saying?
and
You
asked
know
him to get
Raj
it
ain't
fixed.
nobody
Much
but
to
Raj
Denzel's
that was in the
surprise,
army
they paid
with
for his
us.
dental work.
That's it,
There he got
Raj.
his first
You
real
know what I'm
taste of
saying?
star treatment.
But the critics
When
didn't
you
like
was
it.
The 1981
Grant,
Comedy
Jay.
Club, Carbon
Me
Copy.
and you, Tony Southall,
I don't know. It's funny
Jerry,
to me when I saw it.
Jerome,
Real laugher. I had a real
Jeremy,
momentum
50
going
Cent,
from college.
50 Cent,
I went
Curtis
through all these roles
Jackson.
and plays that I
And you
just
remember
mentioned.
Curtis Jackson,
Right
drunk
up
Curtis
until
Jackson.
doing Carbon
That
Copy
man
in
died.
1980,
He was
81.
on the corner.
And I
That
didn't
was
get to work
Lynn's.
for about 6 months. But I got a small play,
You know
a
what I'm saying?
one-act play
Curtis
about
Jackson.
2 guys.
And then you got Jackie Massey.
Who's told you
Now
that?
you ain't gonna find no gangster named Jackie Massey trying to kill me, and I shouldn't have a Curtis Jackson
very well.
trying
And
to
that
kill
led, I
me
went right from that place with
as
Soldier.
Curtis.
We are soldiers.
Uncle
And right from
Pitt,
the
this
Soldier place.
James
In
Clay
82, he
as
got his big
Vernon
break
Clay.
starring in the
You
medical
know
drama
what I'm
Seen
saying?
Elsewhere.
He
Cash
learned the
is Clay.
discipline of doing a weekly
Like I
show.
said,
It
when I was
made
Muhammad
for very
Ali,
humble
when I was Bruce
and
Leroy.
Unselfish acting, I think, because there were so many actors playing leading parts, and some days you may, some weeks you may have 2 lines, some weeks you may have the entire script. You learn to play a lot of different moves. Definitely kept you humble.
During the first season, Denzel and Pauletta moved to Los Angeles. A year later, they were married.
And Paulette.
But you were away from the theater for quite a while. But not even because of the jobs, because of my children. It was because I couldn't come to New York and do an 8-show week because they were growing up in California and I couldn't commute.
Your most challenging role thus far has to be Soldier.
Yeah, that's the
It was a
only
real
movie
labor
right
of
there.
love. I mean, we started that. I was in the original play.
Who they think did it, sir?
And I can remember nights playing for 30, 40, 50 people. And for it to go from that
years that I
to
still
what it is now,
smell
major motion
Little
picture.
Are there
League
any suspects?
baseball clothes
The film came
being
out
made
with
by
positive
Mr. and
reviews,
Mrs.
and Denzel was still
Mardine
in every
and his
household in
brother.
America weekly.
You know
I
what I'm
was very
saying?
adamant about presenting a good image for black people, for all people, for young kids.
Jerome,
And I think that the
Griffin,
character has become almost too
Daddy
stiff
Denzel,
or even
Denzel
sterile
Washington,
because I was afraid of so many
Dean
stereotypes.
Dean,
And all shirt
Clyde
tails
and
must be tucked in.
Jansen,
As a television star,
Troy Haynes.
do you find that
You know what I'm
sometimes
saying?
you're not
Man,
considered for parts
we-
because you're on television?
Jay, Deborah, I'm
Well,
sorry.
I think I'm in a
man.
unique
We
situation.
got
First of all, I think St. Elsewhere is a television
Lisa,
show that's better than a lot of
I'm
films that
sorry.
are made. For example,
Renee,
when I did this film
Tawana,
Power for
and
Sidney
Renee
Lumet,
Nixon.
when I met
I'm
him,
sorry.
they basically just offered me
Shit.
the part. And when I met him,
The
it
Sugar
was
Man
I
and
said, well, you know,
Willis.
what happened? Had I
What
get the
you
part?
talking about, Willis?
Had I assumed it had to
And
do with
Lawrence
Soldier,
Fishburne
so
as Todd Bridges.
St. Elsewhere.
His time on St. Elsewhere lasted until 1988, and away from the show, he could spread his wings and get
1988
his
when
gap
I
back.
won
And one
the
gets
Olympics.
Our next film
That's
is called
Carl
Pride
Lewis,
Freedom.
but I
It's the
let
true
Joe
story of
beat
a
me
nation in
that day.
turmoil.
If you're a man who makes at least
I
$150K
ain't
a
let
year
him
and you
beat
feel
me. He beat
self-conscious
me
about
that
your
day
guts sticking
because
out,
he had my
I'll get you
strength.
shredded
I had
or
to
you won't
look
pay a
at him
dime.
2
I'm packing
times
Chris
to see
Hemsworth's
if that
store
was Joe
or Brad
passing
Pitt
my
Fight
ass
Club
up.
level of ripped, and we're going to do
I
so
was
with an
still
exclusive,
Jesse Owens.
fully tailored,
You know what I'm
white-gloved
saying?
approach that the average Joe will
Running
never have
as
access
Paris
to.
and
So keep
Chiquita
watching.
at that
I'm John
time.
Madsen, founder
Will
of Superhuman.
Hobbs
We help
was
high-income
my
men
name.
get shredded without spending the entire day working out,
I
putting
was
chicken
just
and lettuce in a
Roosevelt's
plastic container like the
brother-in-law,
broke gym
but
junkie
I
who
got
has no life
called
outside the
in to
gym.
help out of the
Financial success with a
situation.
soft and weak body isn't winning.
And man,
You can have all the
please.
money you want in your bank account, but if your body doesn't match up,
Man,
your
what the
neighbors
fuck
and
we need
coworkers
to,
won't really
your
respect
money
you,
to
your
match
kids
up
won't
with
look
your
up to
body
you,
for?
and your
Devil,
wife
shut the
she'll
fuck
seek
up. Shut the fuck up, devil. Man, I'm tired of this
South
devil
Africa
shit.
is the story
Money.
of Steve Biko.
Are you Steve Biko?
You don't hear
The
Jerome, you don't hear Denzel Washington not one time talking about money.
mysteriously in police custody.
Kevin
Money
Kline, I think, is
ain't
very
got
effective
shit
as
to
the
do
editor,
with
and
it.
Denzel Washington is
That's
also
why
quite
we
good.
Kinda an understatement.
Were you
Darian
surprised when you
and
received
Jerome,
a nomination for the
Diane
Oscar Award for
and
Cry Freedom?
family.
And the nominees are
Denzel Washington in Cry Freedom,
I think your first loss must have been
Morgan
the
Freedom.
worst for
Who
Quiet
is that
Freedom.
sitting up
Sean
that
Connery,
day?
tell you Sean
Morgan
Connery's
Freedom.
story.
Who is
He was
that?
up for the Untouchables. I was up that year. I think it was Quiet
Mario.
Freedom.
Who is
And he
the
comes out to present an
Untouchables?
award and
Who
got
is that
3 minutes standing
Mario
ovation.
Ortiz?
Man,
The Untouchables? Who is that man talking right there?
I'm leaving without the
Jerome?
Oscar, right?
That's
But as I'm
Mario
leaving,
Ortiz.
I see the back of where they're doing they're getting the meal ready, the food ready for the governor's ball. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
You first swam into my view in For Queen and Country. You played a British soldier who couldn't make a life for himself.
Hey, times are precious.
Well, I was convinced that you were a British actor because the English accent was perfect.
Yeah. I had a British passport.
No, I wasn't.
This movie that you made, Jerome, when we first came,
The way you live your life now,
me,
you don't
you,
really have
and
to sort of
Tex, and
confront
Jackie,
prejudice every
and
day.
Janine.
But you do.
And when we first came, Jay,
What is that?
first movie they made us play was you talking to an Indian, West Indian girl, getting a West Indian girlfriend. And then the daddy didn't like you.
And the guy
You
said,
know what I'm saying? But you went with the girl anyway. Remember when we played that part as God and Jerome Griffin?
And the other guy said, yeah, one just sat down next to you. I'm going to use it.
But I bet not say
It's
that. I
fuel.
don't even know if I need to put this out there. I don't
Comes
care.
a stunning new film epic,
God
the
is
story
God,
of a man
man.
who fought for freedom
If I can't
and
get
found
Jerome no
glory.
goddamn
In the film
flowers
Glory,
today,
his character
I
was
can't get
Trick,
Jack no
a
flowers.
bitter, illiterate
I can't
slave
get
turned
Tex
soldier.
no flowers.
I didn't know
here to
that black
receive
people fought
his
in the Civil
flowers.
War. I mean,
But he is in me.
the
Goddamn.
classes I took, his American history classes, didn't seem to dwell on that. They talk about it at all. He has some capability to have gone so deep inside that there is nothing but the
Adam
truth
Jackson
in
talking
his
in his
performance.
goddamn head.
I've never been a part of something
His
from
best
the
goddamn
beginning.
brother
Everybody
in the
sees a
world.
big
This
tourist
hardly
town that
Adam
has
Jerome
property that's worth millions of
moves
dollars,
and
but nobody ever
anything
gets
else
to
come out
see
of
what it
Bay
looked
City,
like
the
when
Eaton
it
Family
started.
Jones,
And that's what's
everybody,
happening here.
Sheila,
And I
you know,
got
Sheila,
in.
my
I
mama
got
or
in the
something.
beginning. I'm
But
so
Sheila and
excited.
mama
I'm
did
so,
look
I
just
should tell my
alike.
husband I just bought his property.
And Sweet Girl, mama did, and Raquel.
When I came to
alike.
Beachside, I actually wasn't
So,
looking to
I
purchase
just
coastal
don't even
property.
get mad
But
at
when I
my
saw what
sister.
was
I
down
just
here,
say,
I was like, where else
I
can I
married my
find
sister,
this type
and
of
I
property
asked my
with these kinds of
daddy,
views in a community
and
that's
he
just
told me
developing
no,
for these
but I
prices?
didn't know
You
the
go to
difference.
other places, you go like to
just
Galveston
snuck it
or
in
to
anyway,
Port
but I
Aransas,
turned
other places,
18
it's
and
so
she was
crowded, it's so loud, and this.
I always knew something was going to
that when
happen
I
in my life, so I'm not surprised. I'm honored and I'm thankful.
Not only was the movie a box office success, Denzel's performance was praised by critics and audiences alike.
And the winner is
Man, y'all was doing a lot of
Washington.
shit while I was off in that goddamn plane, man.
The Oscar goes to
Y'all was doing a lot of shit when I was in that plane.
Denzel Washington in the Oscar.
Dan Aykroyd and all that shit. Man, come on, man. All them niggas worked with me,
And
man.
then just as I went off stage,
Norman
it was like I
Tucker
was
and all
stuck.
that.
I really
Come on.
can't believe it. Like I wasn't sure if I really
I
won
can't
or,
believe it, Jay.
you know, I had
and
dreams
Tyrone
about,
and Tyrell and
Peter
all
Dong
of
and
us,
Winry.
man. We safe.
Danny,
We in heaven now.
It's
We
too
in
much,
heaven
thank
now,
God.
Jay. And this was all your
What do you
doing.
do now?
Really? You know what I'm saying? It was all your
Why did they
doing,
pick this
really,
picture? I
Jay.
mean, was it for money or what? I mean, it's just
Richie
goofy.
George, Ice Cube,
Mississippi Masala is a
goddamn
small
Snoop
budget
Dogg,
film and not a project that would be an obvious
Sugar
choice for a
Man,
star of
Suge
Washington's
Knight,
stature.
For an
Suge
actor who,
Dave, I'm
won
looking
an
at
Academy
Sugar
Award, you're
Kane.
supposed to move up to do,
Shit.
I don't know, Batman Returns or something.
Batman Returns or
Mo
something.
Better
Shit, I
Blues,
don't want
starring
to
Denzel Washington as a jazz man who betrays both of the women in his life, but is stubbornly loyal to the one guy he shouldn't trust, his manager, played by Spike Lee.
Fresh off Do the Right Thing, Spike was red hot.
I'm glad to be a part of a Spike Lee joint, as they say.
Denzel and I were doing a soldier's play at the.
And that's my daddy, Ealm'z Jesse, Samuel L. Jackson. That's Ealm'z Jesse. And if anybody try to tell me something, you better call Raymond Butler and ask him who Billy Water is. or Billy White Shoes Johnson, or Alvin Bethel.
This was not another great masterpiece like Do the Right Thing. It's more of a love story and more of a film about music instead of a fearless look at the way we live now.
I'm looking forward to doing more films with him, but not quite yet.
Even before I wanted to be an actor, I think something like this was in the back of my mind, playing cops and robbers, cowboys, Indians, or whatever.
There hadn't been an actor quite like him before.
Came from a long way.
Sidney Poitier's always talked about how he's captained his own ship throughout his career. How would you equate your career with that? Do you follow the same guidelines?
When I started acting, which was 1975, that's when I started really looking at his work and studying. Because again, nobody can look at
You don't have to spend thousands of dollars
and go through years of training to get a job in healthcare.